Proud Boys attack the drag show. Yeah, I saw this. Is this the one where the cops are just vibing?
How many kids in here? How many kids in here? Hey, close the door. Back up. Back up. Every officer out here.
I love this, dude. The cops boldly responding to the situation. So you have an honest, non-violent, law-abiding establishment being confronted by Proud Boys, presumed Proud Boys.
How many kids in here? How many kids in here?
The cop sees the situation. Neurons begin firing. How will they respond?
Hey, close the door.
Turn right around. Get out of there.
Every officer out here.
Why are they acting so cowardly? Yeah, probably because the cops here would be joining the Proud Boys if they weren't in uniform. Yeah, they got pepper sprayed. The people in the drag show event pepper sprayed the Proud Boys, which is great, by the way. Very funny. You guys should all have pepper spray, by the way. Pepper spray is one of the best, like, just reflexive defense tools that you can use that's least likely to get you in trouble with the courts later, you know? You know, anything else gets legally complicated. Pepper spray is usually pretty legally straightforward. The guy at the end was like, we need every cop out here. Yeah, I don't know the fuck that means. What, do they want to form a human wall here? This is very obviously 3 guys trying to, like, bust their way into the... Not 3, sorry, there are 5 of them. Maybe 6. I don't know how many of them are in on it. That guy, probably? This is some number of dudes who are trying to bust their way into the establishment. Here you have 3 armed and armored officers. Literally, all they would have to do is walk up and grab one of them by the scruff of the neck. That's literally it. They're armored. This guy right here is wearing a bulletproof vest. Here's a gun. There's a gun. There's the taser. Like, you just walk forward, grab one of them by the shoulder, just tase him. Have fun with it. Left side, not right, you know? Tase him. But nope. Instead, we get the tactical retreat. Whoop! You know? Wait, no, that's a taser, not a gun. I thought the taser was on the left, the gun's on the right, right? Isn't that standard? Yeah, the yellow ones, yeah, they make the tasers yellow, the guns are on the right, yeah. I think. I'm not a cop. Yeah. Yeah, but they don't. They all walk away. What are they... What are you doing? Are you walking away? Like, they're like, okay, it's fine here, you know? The Proud Boy guys are still right here. It was donut time. It's donut time. Hey. Maybe they got hit by pepper spray. The cops? I think this guy did. The one right here. I think this guy caught some of it, because he turns away and covers his mouth and starts coughing. This guy looks like he was just protecting himself from it. I think it got him a little bit. I don't know if it got the lady, and I'm pretty positive it didn't get this guy, the bald one, because he was out of there pretty quickly. So I guess the only person here who I don't blame that much is this guy. Getting pepper sprayed sucks. If he got some, like, in his nose or whatever, like he inhaled it, like his sinuses are on fire right now. Maybe he can step off. This guy's still here. Where are you? You know, cops are trained to deal with pepper spray direct hits. They could fucking say. No, I'm just saying if he wants to like walk back for a second and not like hack up a lung there and then walk back, I think it's fine. Like these guys are fine. You know, pepper spray stays in the air for a while. Yeah, but they shouldn't be like walking back here. Like, look, if this dude can brave being right there, so can the cops. Okay. If this guy, this man of men, has the strength to stand a couple feet in front of here, I think the cops do too. Yeah, peak male performance. Oh, here we go. Second video. Roughly a dozen people have gathered on the opposite sidewalk, shouting insults to patrons and police.
Weirdos. You know about the degenerates. Every single last one of you. You guys have a problem with this too?
The first thing he says is chimps, right? I always appreciate it when they're less, like, obscure, you know? Having people in public who are promoting the Republican style groomer trans drag stuff or whatever, also calling black people chimps and degenerates. I heard chimps there. That sounded like chimps to me. Does make him look pretty bad. Also, again, like, if the cops wanted to, this is disturbance of the peace right here. Like 100%. If the cops wanted to round these boys up, it's disturbance of the peace. They're screaming slurs from across the street. Like if this was some like fucking drunk homeless black guy, they would have been arrested before the cop even rounded the corner. The cop would have been sprinting over here to get the arrest. But for these guys, they just get to sit here and do it or whatever. Yeah. Probably because they're like related to the cops, you know. There would be, yeah, they wouldn't sprint at the homeless black guy. There'd be bullets sprinting at them. Yeah, yeah. Don't rely on the cops to save you. Really though, pepper spray is a super good investment, you know? I've said this before on stream, but non-lethal defense methods are really important to have. Because there are a lot of situations you might get into where you're being threatened, but they don't meet the legal standard for lethal self-defense in your state. It'll depend state by state, but generally speaking, if a guy is hassling you, like if you're like at a gay pride event or whatever, and like there's some big redneck who's like shoving you, like some guy bigger than you, like you couldn't possibly defend yourself against them physically. They're shoving you, calling you a or whatever, you know. This is a fight that you can't win physically. You can't like beat them in a fight. That's not happening. But also, if you draw on them and put 18 bullets in their chest, you're going to go to jail because they haven't met the standard for lethal force, which would legitimize your use of lethal force. But if you have pepper spray, you get to go hog wild on that bitch. Pepper spray is a strictly non-lethal weapon. You get to just have fun with it. You just get to fucking blast off. Yeah. I would strongly recommend yeah, having some kind of pepper spray. I don't know much about pepper spray. I don't own any, you know. I've never really fared for my life that much going out, but I should probably get it, you know. Someone bigger than you attacking you does meet the standard for lethal force. Not always. It depends on the kind of attacking. If they're just shoving you, it doesn't. If they're like beating your ass, like you're on the ground and they're like punching you in the face, that's like potential for lethal force. Yeah. The basic gist of it is if a fight, if a conflict either has the potential, like a reasonable likelihood of killing you, or like a decent possibility of escalating to that point, as demonstrated by the facts of the matter that you have at hand, then you're allowed to use lethal force to defend yourself. But that can really depend, you know? Like a person with a baseball bat approaching you to like hit you, I think you can shoot them. You get cracked in the head with a baseball bat, that can kill you easily, you know? But if a person's coming at you with like, I don't know, like something like a tire lock, like you can still kill someone with a hit from that. But I think it really depends on like a kind of arbitrary standard that the jury's going to have to rule on. I'm just saying, be careful. Yeah, I saw that one note. Yeah, I mean, we've all seen that. Yeah, you can check your state's self-defense statutes. I'm only saying that generally speaking, pepper spray is a very reliable, both physically and legally, method of defending yourself. I really do recommend it if you're going to like a pride protest, by the way. Seriously, it's underused. You know, all those like conflicts between Antifa and the Proud Boys or whatever? Do you know how vulnerable everyone there is to pepper spraying? Like everyone there has got their bike locks and baseball bats, and you know the Proud Boy side is carrying, just waiting for an excuse. But if there's like a real threat of you getting overrun or getting pushed over or whatever, you just and you've just like over like 20 guys. You just, seriously, one of the bigger pepper spray things, and just like you've created a cloud of dispersal in front of you. Just the whole, they're just now. Yeah. It doesn't violate physical contact. It can't be claimed to be lethal. It can be done at a reasonable distance. It's AoE. It's a AoE spell, baby. Legally, you can't kill someone who's using it because it can't be construed as a lethal weapon, you know? That is to say, like, if you try to defend yourself with a gun, if you feel like your life is being threatened and you pull a gun and then they see you pulling a gun and they pull their gun and they shoot you, they're legally in the right because you drew on them. That is a legal threat. Brandishing a firearm legitimizes a person drawing on you, you know, in most cases. You know, it turns into this big, like, legal kerfuffle where it's difficult to tell who initiated or deserves, like, due credence with self-defense. This is what happened with Rittenhouse. You know, we're like, you get this escalating series of people responding to other people's exercises of self-defense. But pepper spray doesn't have that problem. So I would recommend you guys get it. Yeah, nerf pepper spray, true. How does pepper spray affect people with glasses? I promise you, it'll work just fine. Don't you worry. It's, it'll do its job. Who dilly, it will. What about stun guns? Stun guns are a lot less reliable. Tasers are... So, pepper spray is pretty much guaranteed to moderately incapacitate everyone with very little threat of lethality. Tasers are somewhat guaranteed to significantly incapacitate one person. They can be lethal, and they require physical contact. Personally, I think for your guys' purposes, a pepper spray is sufficient. One of the reasons why police tend to use tasers over pepper spray for direct confrontations is usually because, well, at least I've heard it, tasers tend to be more effective against people who are rampaging. If a person is high, if a person is like freaking the fuck out or has like genuine murderous intent, the pepper spray is less likely to immediately put them down. Whereas a taser can reliably put most people down, but if they're wearing very heavy clothing or like you hit them in the wrong place because it requires physical contact or whatever. Yeah. Oh yeah, also pepper spray can blow back and hit you. Yeah, guys, if you ever use pepper spray, walk backwards as you do it. So walk that way. Yeah, if there's wind, be careful. You know, you don't want a strong upwind to fucking devastate your sinuses on the way back. The most competent Voshite Antifa super soldier at the latest Pride protest, getting hassled by a Proud Boy, pulls up their bear spray, fires it, and the wind whips and just kicks it directly back into their face. Absolutely. I thought it only affected enemies, Yamaro. Sorry, there is friendly fire in real life, I'm afraid. Oh, dude, if fucking Andy No got that shit on video, that would be 10 trillion views on Twitter and YouTube. Oh my god. Antifa menace attempts to assault American protester with bear mace. God says otherwise, and it's just you can see the like orange like mist fly right back into you. My girlfriend ordered pepper spray online when it arrived. Her mom thought it was perfume and sprayed herself. That's fucking based. Do you think that her mom for a second after macing herself was like, wow, I guess this is what the boys are into these days, you know? Or like, wow, this is some hard stuff. She's like screaming and vomiting. That's why we use pepper gel. There's less blowback. But yeah, there's so much stuff that I don't know about. Yeah, look into it. Look into it. Hey, here we go. Vosh, that was a joke. This? Well, I know this is staged. This is clearly an actress in front of a professional camera, but the principle is what we're talking about here. No, the pepper gel? Oh, the gel was a joke. Oh, I don't know. Jeez, I don't know. I think a lot of people, kind of myself included, don't really think about pepper spray because it comes across as kind of feminine. Does that sound weird? I feel like that's a feeling I have in my head. It's not a justified feeling, you know? Like because it's one of the masculine self-defense is a gun or a knife. Feminine self-defense is pepper spray or a taser, but a taser is more masculine than a pepper spray is. 90% of the time when pepper spray is like discussed in common parlance, isn't it like alongside a whistle or something, you know? I feel like that's kind of fucked. It may not be. I'm not making a prescriptive argument. I'm just talking about implicit social biases here. I always say stuff that I always say, like, do you guys ever feel like there's a bias here? Like, I kind of feel sometimes. And then people are like, why do you think that should be the case? So I'm like, no. God. Wait, according to this, there is a such thing as pepper spray gel. Also, according to this image of it being used on a mannequin with glasses, it will literally kill you. If you got hit with this, like your life has to be over, right? You're like blind forever. What could you possibly? This is just chili. This is just a bucket of chili, dude. There's also a roll-on version. Literally just spraying tapatio hot sauce. Yeah. It looks tasty. Can you literally like eat food with pepper spray? Like it's got all the same shit as hot sauce, just like more, right? If you had like a teeny tiny bit of pepper spray, like a little spritz, wouldn't recommend it. What if you had like one of those mega burritos that's open and you've already laid out all of the ingredients, and then you have like one of the little mini pepper sprays, like a little, you know, like that, and then you shake it around. Then do you think that'd be good? It might be good. Forbidden condiments, yeah. You can. It just tastes terrible. Well, it'll be spicy. The pepper spray paintball SMG. What? Holy shit! This company sells guns that fire breaking capsules of pepper spray. Jesus Christ. Cool. Bringing the pepper MP7 to the protest. Yeah, loading the pepper RPG grenade into my into my tube, you know. Loading the pepper spray javelin missile into my launch platform. Yeah, hit turning on the computer to triangulate the location of the heat source that I'm launching my, my my 40 kilogram pepper spray grenade directly into.